welcome. I'm ElyJoz, and today we'll be talking about how to reprogram your mind, or how to program your mind in general. First, you would have to accept that the mind or the mentality that you have right now needs reprogramming. The first step of change is accepting that there needs to be a change. Without you accepting that the mentality that you have is not going to get you nowhere, or it's not going to attract the things you want in life, or it's not going to help you accomplish your goals, you won't have a strong attachment to you wanting to program your mind in a different way. Because if you don't feel like your mind is not right, or if you don't feel like the mind that you have right now is a bad mindset or is a bad mentality, you won't really feel the urge, or you won't really feel your why isn't strong enough. So if any inconvenience comes, you'll just go back to the old mindset. But if you first start off with your strong why, like the mind I have right now is not going to get me to my goals, or the mind or the mentality that I have right now is not going to help me achieve my dreams. Without that strong why, you won't feel the urge, or you won't build the endurance you need to reprogram your mind, because this is not something easy, but it's 100% worth it. But first, you would have to examine the mind and the mentality that you have right now, and really ask yourself questions like, is this mindset is going to get me to where I'm trying to go? Is this habit going to get me to where I'm trying to go in life? Is this personality is going to get me to where I'm trying to go? Is this doubt, or is this fear, or is this emotion trying to get me to where I'm trying to go? First you have to examine the mind and the mentality that you have right now in order to reprogram it, because you can't reprogram your mind without understanding your mind right now. Without really sitting down and accepting that the mentality that you have right now is not good, or it's not going to get you to where you're trying to go in life, you won't feel the need to really reprogram your mind. And like I said, if any inconvenience comes during this journey of reprogramming your mind, you would easily go back to the old mindset, because you already don't feel like your mindset is bad, But if you really have a strong understanding that, damn, this mindset that I have right now is not going to get me to where I'm trying to go, so I have to reprogram my mind. Like, you have to really come to an understanding so that you have to reprogram your mind, not that you want to. Yes, you could want to, but like I said, if inconvenience comes, you're not going to feel like you have to. Because why? Because you feel like it's a want and not a need, or it's not a necessity. But if you come to an understanding that I have to reprogram my mind to get to where I'm trying to go in life, you will be able to go through whatever you need to go through to reprogram your mind. Whatever comes, you will understand that I have to do this. Like, regardless of what I'm feeling or what I'm going through or how I feel about today, I have to reprogram my mind, or I have to reprogram my body, or whatever. So you really have to build a strong why. After you build that strong why, after you examine your mind and your mentality, and after you ask yourself a lot of questions and you answer them truthfully, be real with yourself, because if you're trying to water down something wrong with your mind or your mentality, you're not going to feel the need to change your mind because you feel like it's okay. So you really have to build a strong why. And after you build that strong why, you can start reprogramming your mind. And the easiest way to reprogram your mind is to get disciplined, But a lot of people struggle with discipline. So the easiest and the simplest way to really reprogram your mind is repetition. Repeating things day by day, and repeating like affirmations or like self-belief systems and different things you could do day by day. Every day matters. So you really have to repeat a lot of things to yourself. Repeat physically, mentally. But if you're asking yourself, what do you repeat? You really have to repeat the different mindset that you want to have. If you already examined your mind that it's not good, and then after you examine your mind, you realize that what's on the other side of bad is good, so you already know what's the good mindset to replace it with. If you already understand what's wrong with your mind or your mentality, and you already found a replacement of it, that's what you repeat every day. You repeat the replacement. You repeat the positivity. You repeat the self-belief system. You repeat the positive self-belief system, or the positive affirmations, or the positive physical actions that you would have to do to reprogram your mind and your body. You feel me? So if you feel like you're struggling with discipline, start with repetition. Because the more reps you get in, the more disciplined you're going to be. Because it's going to become easier, Just like the more you cook the same meal, it tastes better. It becomes easier to make. The more you go to the gym, the easier it is to go to the gym. The more you work out, the easier it is to wake up and go work out. You feel me? Yes, you might run into some things, or you might run into a day you wake up and you don't feel like doing what you usually do, but that's where the discipline kicks in. And that's where the repetition comes in, and that's where the muscle memory. If you already programmed your mind to do things every day, and one day you don't feel like doing them, your body's naturally going to want to do it. So regardless of how you feel, your body's going to be okay with doing it. Why? Because you already put the reps in. Through repetition, you become disciplined. You don't just wake up and become disciplined. For you to be disciplined, you have to be putting in the reps every day, That's why I say you really have to have a strong why. And then after you build that strong why, or after you build that strong understanding on your mind or your mentality is not good, you replace it, or you find what is better than the mindset that you have right now, or what mindset is going to help you get to where you're trying to go in life. And after you really figure that out, that's when you start putting the reps in every day, because every day matters. Every day you can slip up and go back to the old mindset, or every day you can put in effort to acquire that new mindset and become more disciplined and reprogram your mind, So understand that the more reps you put in, the more programming you're putting in your mind and in your body, That's really the easiest way to reprogram your mind and body is by reps, repetition. If you feel like going to the gym every day is going to be great for you, go to the gym every day. If you feel like working on your craft or drawing or putting in effort into your business is going to help you, do the reps every day, Understand that without the endurance, or without the resilience, and without the understanding on why you're doing this, you have to really remind yourself why you're doing this. Sometimes you might wake up and you feel like throwing in the towel, but you really have to remind yourself why you're doing it. That's why I say you really have to have a strong understanding on your reason why you're trying to reprogram your mind, or why you're trying to change your life in general. So when you feel like giving up, you can just remind yourself why you're doing it, and it'll help you get up. There's times where you don't feel like getting up out of the bed to work on something, but the moment you remind yourself why you're trying to get up, you're going to get up. Why? Because your reason is stronger than your feelings, So you're really going to have to get to a point where you're like, fuck how I'm feeling, my reason is stronger than this. Because emotions are just energy and motion. So if you understand that, and I'm going to have a video on this too, but if you understand that emotions are just energy and motion, you will understand that you could transmute that negative energy, or you can transmute that doubt into something else. Put that same energy into the positive side. Use that negativity that pops up and fuel the positive side with it. Anytime you feel a little doubt, remind yourself why you're doing it. That's how you transmute it. Because that energy that you're feeling is real, but you can transmute that into positivity. That helps with reprogramming your mind, because every time your subconscious mind says something, if you transmute that and if you replace that negative thought with a positive thought, you're transmuting that energy into positivity. And the more you do it, the more positive energy you gain in your mind. And the more positive energy you gain in your mind, the more reprogramming is going on in your mind. But you have to keep doing it. You have to put the reps in. So you really have to remind yourself sometimes on why you're doing it, why you're waking up, why you're going to the gym, why you're working on your craft, why you're working on your business. There's nothing wrong with reassuring yourself on the reason why. People be wanting reassurance from other people or validation from other people, but they don't want to reassure themselves, or they don't want to validate themselves, And that's another thing on how to reprogram your mind. Sometimes you have to remind yourself that you know what you're doing. Validate that you know what you're doing, On the journey of reprogramming your mind, thoughts is going to come up, obstacles is going to come up, hiccups is going to come up. It's not going to be a smooth journey, but the more you remind yourself that you know what you're doing, it's going to come easier. Why? Because anytime a little doubt comes up, you're going to remind yourself, like, this doubt is a subconscious thought. And I know what I'm doing. You know, this mind is just doesn't want to, because your subconscious mind don't want to be reprogrammed. It wants to stay the same. You really have to put in that effort to really change your subconscious mind and live consciously on a day-to-day basis, you know. And I'm not saying you always got to do that, you know, but in the beginning, you really have to put that foot forward, and you really have to step on your subconscious mind every day until it becomes a natural habit, until it becomes like your first nature, you know. After putting in so much reps, it's going to become like muscle memory, which means if a subconscious thought pops up, your conscious mind is going to quickly knock it off because of the reps that you put beforehand. But if you're not putting in the reps, if you're not programming your mind, you're just going to live in the program that is placed for you, you know. And that's a major reason why you should want to reprogram your mind, because if you really look at your life, you're only living the life that you're living. Majority of the people, I'm not saying all, but a lot of people are living the life that people placed in front of them, you know. They are living through the program that they was placed into. Feel me? If you was born into something and your parents told you to do this and your friends told you to do that, and you see social media and they doing that, you're going to feel like, okay, this is the program to live by, or this is an okay program. And I'm not saying that it's a bad program, but I'm saying that it might not be your program. You know, you have to find out what's your program and what works for you. Because somebody else's program might work for them, but it might not work for you. You know, you might feel like you're destined for more, but this person, they're okay with a mediocre program. So you trying to copy a mediocre program is driving you crazy because you feel like you're destined for more. That's why you have to reprogram your mind and find out what program you want to live by and what makes you happy or what makes you want to keep doing more in life in general. You got to find that fire inside of you by yourself. You feel me? Somebody else's program is not going to light the fire inside of you. You know, on the journey of reprogramming your mind, you're going to build a strong attachment to you bettering yourself and to you wanting better in life in general. And you're going to see how your mind is changing. You're going to see how your body is changing in general. And you're going to love it. And you're going to have a strong attachment to it, to the point where every day you're looking forward to waking up and bettering your life, you know. And I'm at that point in my life too, where every day I wake up, I want to wake up and better my life. Like, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Like, every time. And it's kind of crazy because it's like, once the day is over, I'm ready to tackle the next day. Like, it's kind of crazy, but you have to get to the point where it comes off as crazy, because it's really crazy to keep the same mindset for 20 years, for 5 years, you know, for 10 years. So you have to understand that it may come off as crazy that you want to reprogram your mind so viciously, and so you're so determined that it comes off as like, what's wrong with me? But in reality, you're just wanting better in life, and you're just attracting it, and you really feel it, you know. Once you start feeling crazy, or once you start feeling like you're not yourself, or you don't know who you're looking at in the mirror, that's where the progress happens, you know. That's where you know that you're progressing to the mindset that you want to have. But if you look in the mirror and you feel like you're the same person, you feel me, then you need some change. Because like I said, it's crazy to have the same mindset for 5 years or for 10 years. But I understand that if you are living subconsciously and you don't really take a step back and really look at life and be like, what if I'm only living this life because this is the life that was placed in front of me, you know, and I didn't question it. As long as you question that life that was placed in front of you and you feel like this is the life for you, then that's okay. But if you just accept the programming that is given to you and you don't question it, then that's the issue, because you could be living someone else's life, not your life. A lot of times where people feel like they're not doing enough in life is because they're not doing what they want to do. They're doing what other people want them to do, or they doing what other people placed in front of them to do. So you really have to question a lot of things. You have to question the life you're living already. You have to question the mentality you have. You have to question the personality traits you have right now. You have to question the level of endurance you have. You have to question your reason why you wake up every morning. Why do you get up every morning? Why do you do what you do every day? You have to really question everything you do. because your mind controls your life. Like, life is 80% mental or 90% mental. So if you could reprogram your mind, everything else will follow. You know the saying that goes, program the mind and the body will follow. If you reprogram your mind, your life will just realign to how your mind is, naturally. Why? Because you already put in that strong mentality that, I have to change my mind in order for my life to change. And a lot of times when you start changing your mind, your life automatically change, just because what's going on the inside is reflecting on the outside. You feel me? But if your why is not strong enough, then that's how you feel on the inside. You feel like your mind is not that bad, or you feel like the mediocre mentality that you have right now, it might get you to where you're trying to go, it might not, and you're okay with that. If you're okay with living 50-50 or 75-25, then that's on you. But if you really want that security and you really want to feel secure that this mentality that I have is going to get me to where I'm trying to go in life, you really have to reprogram your mind. So understand that if you're not reprogramming your mind, you're just living in the program that's placed in front of you. And understand that the easiest, simplest way to program your mind is by repetition. If you wake up today and you do something that makes you feel better, or if you do something that boosts up your positive energy, or it brings a lot of good joy to you, take note of that and then repeat it as much as you can. If taking a walk every day brightens up your mood, repeat it. If you stretching or you cooking your favorite meal makes you feel better, then repeat it. Live your life. People might look at you weird because you do the same thing every day, but they don't understand what comes with you doing what you want to do every day. They're doing things that they feel like they need to do. And I'm not saying what you want to do is not what you need to do, but a lot of people wake up and feel like they need to do what other people is doing so they don't look weird. But if you don't care about what other people think of you, and the easiest way to not care about what other people think of you is to have a strong reason why you're doing it. Remind yourself why you're doing it, because if somebody calls you weird or somebody calls you lame and you remind yourself that you're doing this for a reason, you're not going to care what they think, because you have a strong security inside of you that I'm doing this because I want to better my life. I'm doing this because I'm trying to achieve my goals in life, You can waste your time and you can follow the crowd, but I'm going to do what I want to do, because 9 times out of 10, once you reprogram your mind into a positive mindset, or once you already have that initiative that you want to gain a positive mindset and you want to achieve your goals or you want to make your dreams come true, you are already doing what you need to do as a want, because now you want to be better. And once you want to be better, everything you want to do is going to be what you need to do. You feel me? If you get what I'm saying, you could tie in what you want to do and need to do just by you reprogramming your mind. But you really have to have a strong attachment to you wanting to be better. If you do not want to be better, you're not going to have that strong feeling, or you're not going to have that endurance you need to reprogram your mind for better. You could get to a point where your wants is your needs, but you would have to be aligned. Your want and your need is not going to be aligned if you're lying to yourself saying that the life that you live in is okay, or the mentality that you have right now is okay. It might be mediocre. It might be the same mentality that everybody else has, but, everybody else have it, so why not? Why not just live on cruise control? Or why not just live on autopilot? But you have to change that mindset in order to get to where you want to go. For you to fulfill your purpose, or for you to really fulfill your destiny and live the life that your creator wants you to live, you really have to come to an understanding that, man, I can't be following the crowd. I'm not saying that the crowd is wrong, but you're wrong for not questioning where the crowd is going. Feel me? You can follow the crowd as long as you understand that this is what I need to do. Sometimes you need to do something that somebody else is doing just to help you get to where you're trying to go in life, and I understand that. But always do that with a clear mindset. Always do that after questioning why you're going to do this. If your reason why you're doing this is a strong reason, or it's a clear reason why you're doing it, and you have a strong understanding on why you're doing it, then it's okay with you doing it. But if you're just living blindly like other people, if you're just living blindly, just following the crowd, not questioning everything, the crowd might take a left turn and you're like, okay, I'm going to take a left turn. I'm going to take a right with them. If you're not questioning why they're going left or why they're going right, you're not going to get to where you need to be in life. And you're not going to be in position for your creator to bless you, or the universe, however you want to put it, to give you the blessing that you deserve in life. There's a lot of blessings that the universe has in a bucket that is ready to give you. Everybody has their own set of blessings, but people are too busy following other people and not programming their mind and how they want to live, to the point where they're not receiving their blessings and they don't feel worthy, or they don't feel like they deserve to be blessed. And you shouldn't feel deserved to be blessed if you're living the life that everybody else is living. You feel me? Your creator or the universe is not going to bless you with your unique blessings if you're living like other people. You get what I'm saying? You're not going to get a unique blessing. You're not going to get a unique miracle if you're living like everybody else. You're going to get the same things that everybody else gets, but probably less. Because some people are meant to do big things in life, but they're usually following the mediocre crowd. So the mediocre crowd is probably living a good life, but that's destined for them. Like, that's their life. That's not your life. You would have to understand that if you feel like you're destined to do more in life, then you have a gift or you have something to contribute to the universe, and you're not doing it because you want to follow the mediocre crowd, then you're not going to be blessed. And your life is probably going to be way more miserable than the other person that's living mediocre, You might feel like you're very connected to the universe, or you feel like you're chosen, or you have a very prosperous energy inside of you, but you want to live a mediocre life and you want to do what other people are doing. You're not going to be blessed. And the universe will make your life miserable just to make sure you understand that you can't live the life like everybody else, Everybody else has their own path. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own purpose. Everybody has their own destiny. So you would have to reprogram your mind to how you want to live and how you want to get to your goals, For you to receive the blessing that's for you to receive the miracles that's waiting for you, you have to put yourself in position mentally before you can physically get in position, Even if you put yourself physically in position, but you're not mentally ready, you might fumble your blessing. You might fumble that miracle. You feel me? Like, there's times where I had the money, but I didn't have the mindset. And I had the mindset and I didn't have the money. Why? Because I wasn't focused on my mindset, And I didn't have a strong why, And I was putting myself first before my why. My reason why I was doing this thing every day. I put myself before, I would wake up some days and be like, I don't feel like doing it today, I'm going to just chill. But that's not the mindset that's good. You have to put your reason why, and you have to put your purpose before you. You feel me? So anytime you're in physical position to receive something, your mentality is already there because you already programmed your mind that this is why I'm doing it. This blessing that I just received, I'm going to put it towards my purpose, or I'm going to put it towards my goals and my dreams, And that comes in when you keep reminding yourself why you're doing it. You have to keep reminding yourself why you're doing it. Just like you do reps every day, just like you brush your teeth every day, just like how you get fly every day, or you dress nice every day, you put that nice perfume or cologne on, you might do your hair a certain way. You have to do that with your reason why. Remind yourself every day why you're doing this, why you're going to work, why you're working on your business, why you're working on yourself. Why do you want to reprogram your mind? And the more you remind yourself, the more the attachment grows. And the more the attachment grows, that's the more resilience you have, that's the more endurance you have, and that's more you can overcome because you already built that strong mentality that whatever comes in my way, my why is stronger than what comes, so I'm going to find a way around it, regardless. Also, remember that you have to remind yourself that you know what you're doing. Because there's times you're going to wake up where you wake up and you feel like you don't know what you're doing, or you feel like what you're doing is not worth it, or it's not going to get you to where you're trying to go in life. But you have to remind yourself why you started. You feel me? Why am I doing this? You have to remind yourself that you know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. I'm doing this because of this. I'm doing this because of that. You feel me? The more you remind yourself, the more the attachment grows. And the more the attachment grows, the more the endurance grows, you feel me? And the more resilient you are to reprogramming your mind and your life, And the more you reprogram your mind, the more you reprogram your life. And the more you reprogram your life, the better your life goes. As you want it to go, not as you feel like other people want you to go. You feel me? It's best to live the life that you want and to have the mentality that you want and need to get to where you're trying to go in life. Than to be looking over at other people and be like, hey, that person is living life, I'm going to try to get their mindset, or I'm going to try to live the life that they're living, not knowing that that's not the life for you. Feel me? They might be living a good life because that's the life that's for them. You don't understand that because you're not questioning your own life and you're not trying to understand your own mentality and your life and your destiny. You're just trying to copy and paste what somebody else is doing. Feel me? And that's not good. Their mentality is not the same mentality that you have. Y'all might not come from the same place. Y'all might not have the same reasons. Their why is probably a different why from your why. And their destiny is different from your destiny. And their purpose is different from your purpose. So understand that if you do not question the programming that you're living on a day-to-day basis, what you do on a day-to-day basis is literally your program. So if you examine your program and you examine your daily actions and your daily thoughts, and you realize that, maybe this is not good, or maybe I could be better, then you can start reprogramming your mind, and you can start depicting, like, where did I pick up this thing from, or where did I pick up that thing from, why did I acquire this type of personality trait? You might hang around negative people, and that makes you negative, and you feel like it's okay because everybody else is negative. But it's going to get to a point where you feel drained, or you feel like you're not yourself, or you feel like you're missing something. And what you're missing is your uniqueness. You're missing the true you. The true you wants to come out, but you're trying to be like everybody else because you're scared to be judged, or you're scared that other people are going to perceive you different, or is going to talk about you, or this and that. But if you have a strong attachment to why you're doing this every day and what you're doing every day, you're not going to listen to the outside noise. You're just going to keep going and handling your business and bettering your life without even thinking about what other people is thinking about you. Like, you might hear some things about you and you're just going to laugh about it. Why? Because they don't know what you're doing. They don't know why you're doing it. You feel me? They don't know the attachment you have to what you're doing. They don't know that what you're doing is going to better your life. They want to stay the same, but they want you to stay the same. So if you allow that inside of you and you allow that to mess up your programming on a day-to-day basis, it will literally fuck you up. So you really have to build a strong why, as into why you're doing this, why you're waking up every morning, why you're going to work, why you're working on your business, why you're going so crazy to the point where you don't care about the outside noise. You really have to attach yourself to your goals, attach yourself to your dreams, attach yourself to being better in life in general. Because the more attachment you have to growing in life in general, the easier it is to program your mind. You feel me? And actually, you attaching yourself to your goals is reprogramming your mind, because everything you do is reprogramming your mind. That's why I said repetition matters. The same way you're not putting the reps in to better your life is the same way you're putting the reps in to make it worse. If you're living subconsciously every day, that's you putting in reps in to make your life worse. Because the more you live subconsciously, the more your life is going to be underlined, or the more your life is going to be a generic life. And you're never going to feel fulfilled if you're not living the life that you want, or if you're not living the life that you deserve. You're going to always feel like you're missing something, or you're going to always feel like you're lost, or you're going to always feel like you have to do so much things just to feel a little enjoyment. But there's people that wake up and feel the enjoyment just by waking up. Why? Because they know what they're doing today. They're going to better their life regardless. You feel me? If you wake up in the morning, you feel like you're ready to better your life, you're going to feel the enjoyment. But if you wake up with a generic mindset, or you're just living subconsciously and you don't have a reason why you're doing what you're doing on a daily basis, you're going to feel like you're lost. Or you're going to feel like you're just living life carelessly. So understand that if you not reprogramming your mind, you're living in the program that is placed before you. I mean, if you're not taking the actions, if you're not taking the initiative to change your life, to change what you do on a daily basis, to reprogram your mind, then you're just going to be living the life that is placed in front of you. You know, if you wake up and be like, oh, life is how it is, I'm just going to live life how it comes. No, you can change your life by changing your mind, by reprogramming your mind. You know, change your mind and the body will follow. Change your mind and your life will follow. Yeah, your brain is like physical and it's like actual tissues, but your mind itself and your mentality itself is a spiritual thing. Like, it's just energy. You feel me? And energy is spiritual, and energy is just cosmosis, you know? So if you're not doing the energy inside of you to change your physical reality, then you're just going to keep living in the same mediocre reality that you lived in. I mean, if you are okay with that and you're content with living a mediocre lifestyle, then that's on you. But if you feel like you're destined for more, or if you feel like you were just put on this earth to do more, or you feel like you want to do more in general, you know, you don't have to feel like you have something to contribute to life in general, but you feel like I want to do more in life, or I feel like I can do more in life, you feel me? That's where you'd have to reprogram your mind and really examine your mind on why you're feeling like this. And once you really accept that the mentality that you have right now is not good, you might feel some type of way. You might feel like you're stupid. You might feel like you're naive. You might feel doubtful. You might feel like you don't deserve the better mindset. But that's just energy and motion. And like I said, your mind is just energy. Your mentality is just energy. So if you take that energy, that negative energy, and transmute it into something better, put your reps in, you know, every time something pops up in your mind that's negative, replace it with something positive. You put your reps in. And the more energy reps you put in, the better your mentality is. You know, the stronger it is. You feel me? Every time you wake up and you do what makes you happy, or you do what brings you closer to your dreams, you're putting your reps in. Every time you go to the gym, you're putting your reps in. You know, physically, but mentally too. You feel me? A lot of people encourage people to go to the gym because it helps you mentally more than physically. I promise you. Because your mindset is going to change before your body change. You feel me? You can go to the gym every day of the week and your body isn't changing that much, but your mentality changed a lot because you're able to go there every day of the week. You feel me? You need a strong mind to be able to get up and go work out every day. So a lot of people feel like when people encourage them to go to the gym, they're talking about their body, but no, the gym helps your mentality more than your body. So get your reps in. Take a walk outside. Step into nature. Like, do something. Change up your routine. The more you try new things, the more you explore life in general, the more you will see how much possibilities or how much opportunities there actually is. You feel me? And once you reprogram your mind, you're going to realize how much opportunities you missed just because you had a mediocre mindset. And once you realize that, you might feel some type of way. But like I said, your feelings is just emotions. And emotions is just energy and motion. So you can direct that energy into a different motion. That negative energy of you feeling like, damn, I fucked up a lot of things in my life, you know. Change that into, damn, how can I not miss another opportunity that presents itself? You feel me? And you have to be aware and you have to be in the process of reprogramming your mind to not miss that next opportunity. Because if you're not in the process of reprogramming your mind, you just might miss that next opportunity, just like the other ones, because you didn't have that mindset that you want to be better. You have to really want to be better. If you don't want to be better, you're not going to feel like you need to. Because sometimes people don't do what they need to do because that's not what they want to do. But if you align your wants and your needs to your goals and your achievements and your dreams, then everything just flows. Because nothing is going to come in between you and your goals. Because you have a strong attachment to it. So understand that for you to reprogram your mind, you first have to accept that the mind that you have is not good. It's not going to get you to where you're trying to go. It's not going to accomplish the checkpoints you have in life. It's not going to help you retire your parents and this and that and the third. And then after you accept the mindset that you have right now is not good, then you can ask yourself, what is a better mindset? You know, what can I change that's wrong with me into something better? How can I transmute this negative personality trait into something positive? You know, how can I change this mentality? How can I better my endurance and my resilience into something better? And then once you figure out what is that better for you, you feel me? I'm not going to say everything is what's better for everybody, but find out what's better for you. You have to find out what's better for you. And once you find that out, you can do that every day. And you have to do it every day. Every day matters. Because in the beginning, when you're really trying to reprogram your mind, the harder it is, the better it is. You feel me? And it might sound crazy, but that's how it comes, because your subconscious mind don't want to change. So when your subconscious mind sees that you want to change, or you're in the process of reprogramming your mind into a different life, it's going to try its hardest to stay the same, because that's just a program that was there before it. So you really have to put in that extra work and that extra energy just to change your mind, and it's easier to fall at the top of the hill. And this is something that I speak on in my poetry book, meaning it's easier to fall down when you're going up. Feel me? If you're already down, you can't really fall down if you're already down. You can go deeper, but you could easily go back to that basic level that you was at. But the more you're rising, if you don't do your reps every day, you might miss a day, you might fall tremendously. And you can rise, and you might miss 2 days, and you might fall back to where you was before. So you really have to do this shit every day. You have to put your reps in every day. Mentally, put your reps in every day. Because the more mental strength you gain, the more physical strength you have over your body. You feel me? Train your mind and the body will follow. If you train your mind to be positive and to be wanting to be better every day, your body has no choice but to follow. Why? Because if your body does something that your mind doesn't approve, you're going to feel some type of way, like, you might feel cringy, or you might feel like you just put yourself back 100 years. You feel me? And that's going to help you. The more mistakes you made, if you have that right mentality, your mistakes is going to help you stay even more focused, or want to be even more aligned, or you want to reprogram your mind more every day by the mistakes you make. Because it's like, man, if I can make this mistake and it brings me down all the way to this level, I have to be stronger. I have to be wiser. I have to move smarter, I have to have more endurance. I have to have more resilience. You feel me? So understand that reps. You have to get your reps in mentally so your body can follow. Your life is your mind. If you feel like your life is bad, you have a bad mentality. If you feel like your life is mediocre, you have a mediocre mentality. Feel me? A lot of people don't accept that because they don't live an accountable life. But if you yourself, you are okay with holding yourself accountable, like, man, maybe my life is not where I want it to be because my mindset is not where it's needed to be. You feel me? And once you really get to that point of understanding that your mind controls your life, then you understand that for you to get the life that you want, you have to reprogram your mind. And once you understand that, you can understand what you need to reprogram. And once you understand what you need to reprogram, what you need to implement into your mind, into your day-to-day actions, you can do that every day. You put the reps in every day, regardless of how you feel. You feel me? Resting is also important too along the journey of reprogramming your mind, because when you're resting, you can reflect on how far you came, and you can plot on where you need to go, or where you need to be, or what you need to do to get better every day. So don't feel like you resting today is not part of the journey. It's okay to rest. Just don't waste that time resting with distractions. Don't rest and play games, or don't rest and go waste money. Use that rest time, or use that day off to reflect and to think about what's next. You feel me? Plot on what's next. Once you reflect on where you came, or how far you came, and you applaud yourself, think about what's next. You feel me? Because you have to always think about what's next. And I'm not saying it can't be the same thing. You feel me? If you go to the gym today and you chilling, you think about what you're doing tomorrow, and you're like, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow again. That's okay. That's you putting the reps in. You feel me? If you're doing the same thing every day that boosts up your energy and makes your life better, then that's okay. The problem is when you're doing something every day and it's not changing nothing about you, or it's making it worse. That's where the problem is. You feel me? And that major problem occurs by people not questioning their life. They're just living life without questioning it. People feel like life controls them, but you should understand that you control your life. You control your mind. You feel me? If you're living subconsciously, That's you allowing yourself to live subconsciously. Feel me? Because the person you see that's living life and you're not living life, they're living consciously. They're controlling their mind more than you control yours. So really understand that the best way to reprogram your mind is to become disciplined. But for you to become disciplined, you have to put your reps in mentally. Because life is a mental game, mind over matter. Your mentality controls your physical reality. So if you can control your mind, you can control your life. If you can better your mind, you can better your life. But you have to put the reps in. You have to put the reps in. Every day. Every day matters. Every action you do on a day-to-day basis matters because it's either contributing to your goals or it's taking away from your goals. You feel me? And you really have to put yourself in that mindset where you understand that everything you do matters. If you do this, is it going to help me get to my goals or is it going to bring me further away? Is this action that I'm about to do, is it going to help me feel better or is it going to make me feel like how I always feel? You feel me? Staying the same is not good because yesterday's level is tomorrow's lower level. You feel me? If you reach a level today and you try to stay the same tomorrow, that level is not the same level. You might think it's the same level, but it's actually lower. Why? Because it's a new day. You're supposed to reach a new level. But if you're staying the same level every day, you're actually lowering every day. So understand that you have to put the reps in. You have to put that energy. You have to build a strong attachment to wanting to be better in general. But yeah, I'm ElyJoz. I'm grateful you allowed me to clear a part of your brain today. Peace and prosperity to you all. I'm out.